Hello everyone, this is Steve Lewis. Welcome to Day Trading with Steve. And this segment is going to be on how much money can you make day trading. And the answer is there is no cap. It's no cap. It's not like you can make, 40,000 a year, 100,000 a year. It just depends. It depends on how much risk capital you got and the knowledge and the know-how. There's no set amount. That's the beautiful thing about this here. Let me hit you up on a few things, tools that will help enable you to make money. Obviously, like I said, you have to have the risk capital, the knowledge, the discipline. Can't get greedy. Greedy will kill you. I've had people ask me, well, what's a good day? The day, as far as money, how much money can you make? Well, let's put it like this. It's not unusual. It's very, very, very realistic to make a couple $100 within an hour. That's nothing. I mean, it is something, but that's not unusual. That's pretty normal. $1,000 a day, depending on how much you have that you can trade with. The more, like I said, the more risk capital you got, the more you can trade and make money. You can also lose it too, so that needs to be emphasized. That's why I say money management, risk management is critical in knowing how to do this here. But it's not unusual to make a couple $100 in minutes, hour, half an hour, whatever, And so you got to ask yourself, well, if I can do this, if I can make $200 in 1 hour, and I just did it for one, and if I just did that once a week, that's an extra $800 a month right there. That's $9,600 a year, almost $10,000 a year extra, just off that one day. So why couldn't you not do that a couple of times a week or more? You see, it's the mindset. People think, I used to hear people tell me, oh, you can't do that. You can't make that kind of money in a half an hour or whatever. And the reason they said that because they was conditioned to thinking, well, hey, if I make $30 an hour or $40 an hour, I'm doing good. Because they had never made that kind of money before. So it was, inconceivable that they could think that way. When in reality, that was nothing. But if you don't know, you don't know. So, it's like, well, hey, you can't make $50,000 in a year doing this here. Because all they were used to was going to a 9-to-5 job and grinding it out and making $50,000 a year. When in reality, you could be sitting up here in the comfort of your home or sitting out, at Starbucks, going out here killing $1,000 while drinking, mocha or something, or frappuccino. I usually didn't get that. I was no different. I was like, well, how in the world are they doing all this? Now I understand it now. It's very realistic. I do it. And I always say, knowledge is power. Don't work harder, work smarter. But if you're going to work harder at being smarter. Everybody tell me, well, I'm going to go ahead and grind or whatever. Well, why you can't do that mentally? Sharpen your mind up. Expose yourself to something that you didn't think existed. I can't learn this stuff. This stuff is so difficult. You can learn to do other things. Your mind, that was a saying. They said the average person only uses 10% of their mind capacity. So I'm a big basketball fan, and I love some Steph Curry. They say Steph Curry practices thousands of shots in practice. That's why he's so good. So I believe you can do what you want to do if you really want it bad enough. The question becomes how bad you want it. Well, everybody going to have obstacles in doing this and that. I can't do this here. I got this going on, whatever. Yeah. You got to eat. You got to have a roof over your head. You know, stop making up excuses. If you want to do something bad enough, do it. Yeah, but how do you do it? How do you get to that point? Well, if you don't know, ask somebody. Ask somebody who knows or have an idea how to do this here. You know, there's day traders out here. You know, you don't hear much about them that much because people are scared of it. It's risk and everything. It's a risk when you go to work. You might not make it back home, especially all these crazy drivers on the road. If you want to do something, stop putting it off. Stop complaining about your situation, you know, and, you know, change things. You got two choices. Either you can do the same thing and be miserable or try something different. But one thing for sure, you can't be a failure. The only way you really fail, really, is if you don't try to do. Then you fail because you didn't try. You don't know what you can do. And if you fail doing that, you will learn from the failure and become better and try again. You know, I'm just saying, you ain't got to believe me. You ain't got to listen to me even. But you really don't have much to lose. And this really applies to a lot of the young people. Now, I mean, it applies to everybody. But I'm really kind of trying to hit home with the younger people. Because times are uncertain, things are, you know, it's just a lot of stuff going on right now. Everybody's not going to be Kobe or Michael or whatever, you know. I ain't, that's for sure. But my point is that, or you're not going to lottery, or you're not going to be a rapper or something, you know. You have to start to thinking differently. It's just it. And if you don't think differently, guess what? Might not make it. I'm keeping it real. So, for those who might be interested in finally listening to me about day trading and making some extra money, after all these years I've been telling y'all, get up with me. Dynamo2160@yahoo.com. You know, I can't promise you gonna be a millionaire or billionaire, none of that stuff. But I can tell you, you will learn a lot about stuff and what really goes on and how money works. You know, so if you want to continue to play around and do nothing with your life, that's your life. You do what you want to do. But if you want to learn something that's going to maybe potentially help you and your family, hey, get an old man and holler. And we will see. We will take it from there. Until the next time, have a good one.